Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Seminary. I hope you all are doing great. I've been screaming so much about women and their behavior, and you can actually see that it's very obvious that I don't know. This one is beyond jealous or obsession or something because it is screaming, "We are just racist." This is what it's giving. This is what it's screaming. Because at this point, the way they've been going about this is just not okay. Tell me how somebody is on live television and talking about why would Bad Bunny perform? They want everything to be white. They want everything to be, I don't know, left for them. Anyway, diversity is nothing like, to talk about anymore. They think it's just only a white country, not knowing that it's diversified. I just do not understand because I've seen so many white people. I am not saying other people making video of them not wanting Bad Bunny. It's only white people. You don't support black people. You don't support Puerto Rican. You don't support anybody. So who do you support? So now we know anyway, MAGA princess. Now we know who you are. We see you. The fact that some of them are not ashamed anymore to be on live television to say some disgusting thing is just alarming. Let's get into this.
I need somebody to come get your hyperallergenic to the sun, hybrid snow roach, snow possum, Tommy Lauren. Yeah, how do you all get talk shows when your ignorance is only exceeded by your bigotry? So this snow roach, snow possum hybrid took to her talk show because she was mad that Bad Bunny was performing at the Super Bowl. And let's take a listen to what she said. And then I'm going to tell you what is so problematic intellectually about what she said. I give you snow roach, snow possum hybrid.
Bowl is the biggest sports spectacle in the U.S., so naturally the NFL and Jay-Z's Rock Nation decided Bad Bunny was the move. A rapper and singer whose songs are almost entirely in Spanish. Bravo, another woke-ass choice. Courtesy of the NFL by way of Jay-Z. But now, don't get me twisted here. Bad Bunny is massively successful. There is no denying that. But here's the question. Why would an American audience want to watch a halftime show performed mostly in a language we don't even speak? Then again, maybe that's the point. The NFL isn't catering to Americans anymore. They're playing the globalist game.
While she's worrying about what stage Bad Bunny is going to be on, she should notice the stage that she just put her racism and bigotry on, along with her ignorance. Bad Bunny is an American rapper. Yeah, an American rapper, 31 years old, born in Puerto Rico. But you know what I noticed about these racists and bigots with their pretense towards pseudo-intellectualism? They don't know much about the country they live in because they're too busy identifying their country with white only. Like Puerto Rico. Puerto Ricans are American citizens. Just for good measure, people born in the United States Virgin Islands that President Trump talked to the president of are also U.S. citizens. Wait for it. People born in Guam are U.S. citizens. America Samoa is a U.S. territory and its citizens are U.S. nationals, just like the Northern Mariana Islands are also U.S. territories and their citizens are also U.S. nationals. And I know this might be challenging to those monolingual people who don't know United States territories and what United States citizens are. But listen up. Spanish is spoken by over 43 million Americans in this country. Americans. Refer back to the territories I just pointed out. But go off.
This wasn't just about being woke. It's part of a broader strategy we're seeing across all major pro sports leagues. Cater to the world, not the home crowd. And in doing so, they're giving the American people, the fans who built the league, the double middle finger. Because why not, right? Bunny, you'd think they might have learned something after last year's flop with Kendrick Lamar.
See, it's the disingenuous nature of them not knowing what they're talking about or even making up these alternative facts. Because by your own standard, popularity is the thing, right? So these are the top 10 most watched Super Bowl halftime shows in history. You can go look them up for yourself. And at number 1 is the Kendrick Lamar halftime show. What is your definition of flop? Yeah, that maybe that's what we need to take into account, because Kendrick Lamar had the most watched halftime show, drawing 135.5 million viewers. That exceeded the average viewership of the game itself. Flop? But what do I expect when your IQ is measured in snow roach increments?
So it's going to be the same this year with Mr. Bunny. Not only does he not have well-known music in the United States, he doesn't perform in English. And yeah, I'll go ahead and say it. Taylor Swift would have been a much better choice. Some dudes would have grumbled about it, but even they damn well know that most of the world knows her songs, including the dads, Brads, and Chads, by the way. But we can't say the same of Mr. Bunny. Add insult to injury here. Bad Bunny already threatened not to perform in the USA due to ICE deporting illegals. He also referred to them as sons of and mother effers. So I think the only logical response here is to send Tom Homan to the Super Bowl. I'll add, if you find this country oppressive and you don't like the sovereignty of our nation and its borders, you can get the hell out. Thank you for your attention to this matter, Mr. Bunny.
There it is, on full display. Everything she said in that closing was rooted in racism and hypocrisy. 1 minute you're talking about songs not being known in the United States, and then you're talking about an artist and saying the world knows her songs. Yeah. And I just want to refer back to your closing statement about getting the hell out of the country. Puerto Rico is part of this country, and the First Amendment applies there also. But you all are always so quick to tell black and brown people when they don't like something in this country, they need to get out. Yeah, you weak ass, bitch ass people can't make this up.
That's Tomi Lahren. And I forget the other woman's name. I follow her over on the YouTube, the tube. But y'all know Tomi Lahren, MAGA princess. And she spared right on past that. He's not American. He's Puerto Rican. That's American, dear. Listen, I gotta go. I got some things to do. I hope y'all have a fantastic Sunday. She tried to move past that, but all of us who are tuned in, we picked up on it right away.
Crystal, would you go walk around Baltimore at night by yourself?
I would be fine walking around Baltimore.
I'd love to see it. Would you film it next time?
I'm not afraid of this country. I'm not afraid of the people in this country.
Right,
I don't think we're at war with the people in this country.
Crystal, I would love to see you go walk around these cities at night by yourself. Take a video and send it to me.
I've lived in these cities. I've walked around, not Baltimore specifically. I've walked around plenty of cities, New York City at night, etc. It's not something to be terrified of. In any case, local law.
Tommy's face, just poker face, just send me the video. Notice leftists love to talk a big game, but as soon as she said go walk around and send the video, she's like, I don't need to do that. I've been in plenty of cities. And she goes, oh, actually not there. I've never been to that city. Guys, why don't Democrats want safety, law and order for the citizens of this country? Yet they will fight tooth and nail for illegals who actually commit crimes and are hurting people in this country. They're totally fine with them running free and coming through the border. And they don't want law and order in cities. Is this just a pander to a certain group of people out there? Do they want the criminals to be on their side? Is this just a pander to get their support? I really mean it. I'm asking the question. Why else would Democrats not want law and order and safety for the people that they represent in this country? Why is she fighting so hard against it? I guarantee you she won't be sending Tommy any videos. But Tommy, if she does, you got to share it, although we know it won't exist.
So a couple of y'all lately have been asking me, could I make a video about Tomi Lahren? I have seen your comments. I have seen your message requests. Some of the comments like disappear. I don't know what's going on with TikTok right now. Some of my comments are disappearing off my own videos and I don't know why. But sure, why not? I'll do a video on Tomi Lahren. She's hilarious and suddenly started making a resurgence in the wake of like all the Trump administration and all that shit. So why not? Let's go. Tomi Lahren is literally my age. She was born in South Dakota. Both of her families were like rancher families out there. She is one of the few right-wing pundits with a degree in this day and age. She got a bachelor's degree from Las Vegas, I think, University of Nevada. Anyway, she got a bachelor's in political science and broadcast journalism. She really wanted to be a journalist. And while she was in college, she was hosting and helping produce the colleges. They had like this roundtable show called The Scramble, and she was like working on that. Rapid City Barbie also interned for none other than Kristi Noem when she was a congresswoman. Yes, that Kristi Noem. And she was the first intern at Kristi Noem's Rapid City office. Now, because she still really wanted to do political commentating, she decided to go apply for the One American News Network, which is just a propaganda channel. They gave her an interview and then they said, hey, you look good on camera. Why don't you just do your own show? So she moves to San Diego and starts working for OANN. And has a show called On Point with Tomi Lahren, and they bring that out in 2014. I think in that time she was 4 years out of high school and had just finished college. She doesn't really go viral though until 2015, which is when the Chattanooga shootings happened. I know there's a lot of shootings to cover in American history, but this one specifically was on a military base. For some fucking reason, she starts blaming it on the president, Barack Obama, at the time, and says that it's all his fault that the shooting happened because we're too soft on Muslims. By August, they were like, bye. So she finishes working with OANN, and then she starts working for The Blaze, another notorious right-wing pundit news entertainment site. And while she's working for The Blaze, she becomes known for ending her segments with these 3 minutes of airtime where she just spoke super fast and just threw all this stuff at the walls, and it was all over social media. Everybody thought that was real funny, or like they either thought she was smart or they thought it was hilarious because she would just like talk and yap and say shit incredibly quickly. It was called Final Thought. We wish. You'll remember, if you're of a certain age, when people had memes of her with her mouth photoshopped wide open like she was just yapping on Twitter. It was extremely funny. In November 2016, she went on The Daily Show with Trevor Noah and did like a 26-minute back and forth interview. A lot of people thought it was funny and said it was kind of like Jon Stewart's like beef that he had with Bill O'Reilly. And keep in mind, like while she was doing all of this, she was saying some pretty insane shit, as is par for the course with these Republican right-wing talking heads. She calls herself a constitutional conservative and an anti-feminist, and has admitted that her whole shtick is not about presenting news like a journalist in a neutral manner, but about commentating on the news and creating the news. When she compared the Black Lives Matter movement to the Ku Klux Klan, a lot of people tried to get her fired off The Blaze because that was when she was still working for The Blaze. It didn't really go anywhere. She also like fucking hated Colin Kaepernick when he was doing the whole kneeling thing in the NFL. She was mad as fuck about that. She also called John McCain and Jeff Flake rhinos, which means Republican in name only, R-I-N-O, rhino, which is insane because at the time, John McCain was like literally dying and actually straight up died the next day. And even Greta Van Susteren on Fox News was like, girl, what the fuck? It was just really funny, bad optics. It was just terrible timing. She was like, don't vote for these old people. They're not really conservatives. They're not really Republicans. John McCain just fucking keels over and dies the next day. She also said that it was the highlight of her Thanksgiving in November 2018 when she was watching Border Patrol fire tear gas at migrants who were trying to get over the Mexican border. She was also claiming that immigrants were carrying diseases to the United States like chicken pox, and none of it was ever confirmed. But what happened to her on The Blaze? All of these terrible things she said didn't get her fired from The Blaze. So what did? Well, in March of 2017, she got interviewed on The View, and she said that she believed that women should have legal access to abortion. And The Blaze was like, this is a bridge too far, bitch. So they fire her. Then she starts working for this advocacy organization that was a massive Donald Trump organization. I think it was like the Greater American Alliance or something like that. And then she got hired to work at Fox News in 2017 in August. So she's constantly on Fox News as a talking head. She's on like the Fox Business and Fox News networks. I think right now she hosts her own show on Fox. And then a couple of years ago, she got her own show on Outkick, which is, again, a commentary website, political commentary and sports website, also owned by Fox. And her show is called Tomi Lahren is Fearless. The funny thing about the abortion conversation, right, was that Glenn Beck, like, was so upset because he owned the Blaze, right? He was like, oh my God, but when you interviewed, you said you were anti-abortion. What gives? And she tried to run damage control. Like, she told a magazine that, well, she personally was against abortion, but she always supported abortion rights as a matter of like national law and national policy, which I don't think is like that big of a problem. If you say that you would never do something yourself, but you still want it to be legal and available for other people, that's fine. But it's really funny that that's the thing that got her fired off the Blaze, and not, you know, calling Black Lives Matter the Ku Klux Klan. She also, weirdly enough, is pro same-sex marriage and was a supporter of the Supreme Court ruling that said that gay people could not be fired from businesses because of their sexuality or gender identity. And she called people who didn't believe that the conservative thought police, which is kind of funny. But unfortunately, she's a massive fucking supporter of President Trump and is just frothing at the mouth, flicking the bean over the fucking immigrants getting deported, which is just insane. Which is why I don't feel bad pointing out that she says that she's not afraid of anything on that show. Tomi Lahren's not afraid of nothing or what the fuck ever, but she is allergic and afraid of one thing, and that is commitment. She got engaged to her boyfriend in 2019 and called off the engagement in 2020, and then she started dating a former Major League Baseball catcher, and then immediately got engaged to him within that year, and they didn't get married until the following October. And she has no kids, but she's a dog mom, which I think is just a little bit fucking hypocritical. Like, if you're gonna sit there and say you're an anti-feminist and you believe in all this tri-wife shit, you should at least have your own kids and not a dog. Like, where's the commitment? Also, when she got fired off the Blaze, she tried to file a wrongful termination suit, and they eventually came to an agreement where she could keep her Facebook page up, but she had to delete all the videos that she made with the Blaze. I will say, I will give her credit, the one brain cell of hers that is still operating, all that goddamn peroxide, at least is firing off enough to know that it would be very hypocritical if she constantly put herself forward as a person who's not into, she wants limited government control, but also wants the government to control abortion. Like, you know, you can't have one and the other. It's got to be the limited government control of everything or nothing. So at least she has that going. Can't help her with the other shit though. Good Lord. Also, her husband is a piece of work. He threatened a comedian who was like making fun of Tomi Lahren. After Donald Trump lost the election the second time around, this comedian walked up to Tomi Lahren and said, well, you know, how do you feel about the result of the election? And then her fucking husband confronted this man and was like trying to fight him in the street or some shit, and then he had to apologize. Like, it was so weird. Also, like, how are you gonna sit there and say that you hate immigrants and you hate all this and this, and your literal husband, his parents are from fucking Cuba? Like, her mother-in-law is literally was 2 years old when his grandparents brought her to America. How the fuck? Also, I can't believe I forgot this. I remember she got real fucking mad when Beyonce did the Super Bowl in 2016 because they had a tribute to the Black Panthers at the halftime show, and Tomi Lahren like fucking shit her pants. She freaked out and was like, how dare you do this? And then most famously, she's on the podcast or something, and she just said that Bad Bunny wasn't American when Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico, which is an American territory occupied by America. She also fucking hates Zoran Mondani, and the last time I looked on Twitter, she was picking apart the way that he's standing and saying men shouldn't stand, I guess, with their hands in front of them. I don't know. She also had a shitload of work done to her face, let me tell you something. This is how she looked back when, you know, everybody knew who she was kind of on the fringes, right? Like, you know, like that. And now she looks like this. Like, I think somebody ought to tell her that just because she wants to suck on Donald Trump's nuts doesn't mean that she has to paint herself orange to hide in his house. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I thought this was the mom from Hereditary when I first, like, was scrolling down her Twitter page. Like, my God almighty, what is going on? Again, she's my age. She was born in August and I was born in October of the same exact year. We both turned 33 this year. I'm trying to figure out how she does that with her eyebrows without any wrinkles. Maybe she just got like Botox to put her eyebrow up. I don't know. It's a mystery. Who knows? Anyway, I hope this cleared up who Tomi Lahren is, where she came from, what she did, and where she's going. If there's one place I know she's going, it's to hell. If for nothing else than the crime of them damn veneers. All right.
What I want to talk to you about is because I'm about ready to do my commentary on it. But do you think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl?
I'm not that like knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine, and I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist.
He's not an American artist, but
he's Puerto Rican. He's part of America, dear.
Yeah.
That clip of Tomi Lahren not knowing Puerto Ricans are Americans isn't just a funny mistake. It shows the Grand Canyon-sized knowledge gap in the conservative movement. And Republican politicians absolutely count on this ignorance. They know a huge part of their base won't ever check the facts. They can just make things up, lie straight to your face, and then sprinkle a little bit of God bless on top of it to sell it. It's an entire political strategy built on you trusting them blindly. They aren't trying to inform you. They're trying to control you by keeping you in the dark. This is why you have to question everything they tell you and do your own research. Let me know what you think in the comments. To support me, make sure you follow me and use the link tree in my bio to follow me.
If you want to see a flawless takedown, watch this.
I think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl.
I'm not that knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine, and I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist, so sure.
He's
why
not an American artist, but
he's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
What I think is pretty funny is you guys do know Bad Bunny literally did the Super Bowl halftime show when Trump was president before, right? Remember when Shakira and J-Lo did their Super Bowl halftime performance? Bad Bunny also performed as well.
As embarrassing as Tomi Lahren trying to debate Crystal Ball on her own podcast. Take a look at this.
the last thing I want to talk to you about is because I'm about ready to do my commentary on it. But do you think Bad Bunny is a good choice for the Super Bowl?
I'm not that knowledgeable about him, but it seems fine, and I don't know why it's a big deal. Seems like a great American artist, so sure.
He's
why
not an American artist, but
He's Puerto Rican. That's part of America, dear.
yeah, you don't think you have any problem with him saying the ICE is, well, I'm sure you don't, mother effers and sons of and that he's not going to perform here due to immigration?
America agrees with him on that.
You think so?
The majority of Americans think ICE has gone too far. They've watched videos of 79-year-old business owners be slammed to the ground and their ribs broken by ICE. So I think the American people are probably on board with that message at this point, Tommy.
Okay.
I will admit the fact that Tomi Lahren posted this entire debate on her own YouTube channel shows a lot of bravery on her part, because even her own fans are turning against her, saying that she got absolutely eviscerated during this entire conversation. And Crystal Ball exposed Tomi for knowing absolutely nothing.
This is all I got from this video. And sincerely speaking, I think I am seeing videos. How many videos? I have seen so much videos of white people not being pleased. They are angry. They are pissed that Bad Bunny would perform. Sincerely speaking, I don't know what the problem is, because at this point it is screaming, we are just racist. And we want you to know that we are racist. We want you to know that you are not welcome. It's just like the way they said they want only 100 million people that look like them in the country. They are also showing the attitude, even if they did not mean it when they said it. Actually, what they are showing us means that that was actually the plan. I am not comfortable with all this, because you and I can actually see that it's obvious that they want that segregation. They want separation. We want everything to be white. Must it be done in your own way? Because at this point, it mustn't. It must not. Okay. We still have how many months? This is just October, November, December, January. We still have a couple of months for this event to happen. And you could see that this man has been I don't know how he leaked, but yeah, he's going to be the one to perform. Why are they angry? Okay, now you and I know that Bad Bunny doesn't like the head of the president. He is he is on the right side of history. That is it. And the fact that black people support, show their full support on them, it's so beautiful. So they do not know what to do anymore. They are coming for anybody that supports this man. They want everything to be country music. Why would it be country music when United States is diversified? I've been screaming so much since last week or last 2 weeks about and their behavior. They have really been behaving very badly on a serious note. But it is what it is. What do you want me to do? So she doesn't know that Puerto Rican is also American, like part of the country. She got school and man, everyone better be careful of women. They are doing way too much. Bye for now.